This is Jet the Third, and you listening to G.U.T.S podcast.
Got it.
Yeah, man. That's fucking sick.
2.
What's up?
Hey,
Can you hear
it?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to G.U.T.S Podcast. This is Zano the Vigi.
Welcome to the Freak Show. This is Space Viking.
Low key as me trying to keep him under control.
Hey, today we got a
We're
live.
here.
I know, man. We made it, man.
We got it.
It took us 40 days and 40 nights. Hey,
40 days and 40 nights. That's the fucking jam. We're here with the up and coming badass artist Jet the Third.
Man, it's
Jet the
lovely.
Third in the building. Say what's up.
What's good? What's good?
Man, it's
Jet the Third.
we it's funny. I think it was about a month ago or 2 months ago. We met at Avant Garden. Dope show. She chilling in the crowd. Didn't even know he was gonna perform.
And killed it.
Loped up. I'm
Loped
loving
up.
it. I was like, and Kim was like, hey man.
I told y'all.
He was like, hey
I
man,
told y'all.
wait till she go on. And I was like, wait, okay. Shit. But then, you know, it's in the crowd, you listen to them, when you start listening to it more and more, I'm like, damn, dog, this shit fucking. Cause like what I do with music, I know Austin do it too. I try to look at it like the person not from where I'm from, so I won't be biased towards it. Cause like I have a thing of like loving Houston music regardless, you know what I'm saying? And then I just looked at it at your standpoint, like, god damn, you can't deny good ass music when the shit is fire. That shit was
Appreciate
dope. I was checking out your video the other day. I'm like, damn, this shit live as fuck. It's like you could put Houston on and people don't really know, but they gonna know eventually.
Yeah, I don't know what
Loving
the
that
fuck
shit.
I was doing. I was mean mugging people trying
Nah,
to
yeah,
bully.
you was in zone mode, and,
And then
I'm
I heard
trying-
it. I
and
heard,
I'm
I heard
like,
Jet go on, and I turned.
yeah,
And I saw it, and it's so different. I love it. It's like I got major, like if Sade was a gangster
Yeah.
vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah,
it just was like, man, the melodies that
Yeah.
your hooks are coming up, they're fantastic.
yeah.
So we were like,
it's
yo,
smooth
we
shit.
got to get Jet on the show. Where does that come from? Did you grow up? What did you grow up listening to get that sound?
Yeah. My mom played Sade all the time.
I knew it.
I knew
Yeah.
it, man.
Yeah,
I knew it,
That's
man.
my mom's favorite artist, so I grew up listening to that like all the time. Anytime we
Damn.
got in the car, we listening to Sade, and then really it's like Sade and like Michael Jackson. Those were the two I listened to a lot growing up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, I knew it
Sick.
because we riding here and I told him, I said, hey, man, I feel the Sade vibe on some other shit. And I'm like, damn, my trip. I said, she got it. And that's why and that's perfect. That's a beautiful thing to come behind. No, I don't know nobody who didn't like
That's
that
so
coming
different
up.
for right now too. That was another
Yeah.
thing that caught my ear. It's like everyone's doing the same
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
you know. And we're characters. We're different people too. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
like what? Like
Yeah.
I turned that
I love
That's
the element
cool.
of it. It took us away from, like I say before, like anybody could come on and do the Houston thing. Like you could easily be talking about the candy paint, the popping of the trunk, you know, stuff that we normally used to,
Right.
and listen to your music. I'm like, damn, man, this the type of shit I could wake up to, I can get into a mood to, I could ride around to, and I could vibe to easily.
Well,
you know
I
what
think,
I'm saying? And
I
love
think
that
the
shit.
people that are doing the old school, you know, Houston thing, or just the old school way of making music, of like
Yeah.
making it for a different reason or making it for no reason at all, and putting where it all sounds shallow and it all sounds like it doesn't have any depth, no matter what you're saying to
Yeah.
it. You know, it doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like you fucking mean it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And what those things are doing, especially around Houston, is they're building the mold for other people to break. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they perform it. They're making this big old white backsplash. You know what I'm saying? And then people like Jet come through and put their big old purple stamp on it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it shines so much harder because you have all that white noise behind it. You know?
Yeah.
And it works. It's great these days because you could make it work to your advantage. You know? And man, it's to a point now where I really don't. I only listen to people I know.
Yeah.
That's the only shit I listen to. You know, I listen to Dende, I listen to Jet, I listen to Gringo. Everybody I know, I listen to.
Yeah.
And that's, man, it wasn't like that. You know, even 5, 10 years ago. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I think it's really, really cool of you stepping up and taking advantage of that. How long have you been making music?
About a year and a half now.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's wild. So, like, coming up, who was the most, like Houston artist? Like, who did you listen to besides, I know the Sade and Michael Jackson, but...
Like, Houston artists?
Yeah.
I like in high school, I listened to a lot of Paul Wall and Slim Thug. And, of course, I listened to Mike Jones. Like, he was big when I was in high school.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's what's up.
It amazes me, man, when everybody talks about Houston music, nobody talks about Scarface. Doesn't make any sense.
But a lot
is older. So
I just about to say it's the gap of like, you know, like she said, her dad listened to Scarface. We come up, we might be more of we Scarface too. Then more of like Kiki, Screwed Up Click. You know what I'm saying? Then
I was
like
a street military guy.
Street military, of course. And it was so, like, 3-2 growing up. And Houston had a bunch of artists that never really just got the pop. Because like you say, street military was the baddest group. Have you jammed street military before?
Honestly, no.
We got to put you on.
Definitely got to put you on.
That's what turned me out.
I
was listening to like country.
This group dictated Houston to the full because they had Pharaohs from South Park. You had Icy Hat from Home Clark. You had Icy Hat was from Home Clark. Flea was from Mo City, and KB was from the Trinity Garden North Side. So you got all these 4 elements of Houston together making music, and they killed it.
Well, I think this is the next. Right now, we're witnessing that next thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we had the. You know, the era where everybody was saying Mike Jones. Everybody knew who Paul Wall was. We were on the cover of the Source magazine, Houston was, you know. Yeah. And then there was that dip, and I think this is the new thing. Because even the small little similarities as that they were experiencing and they talked about, we're having it now to where, I mean, Kiki always talked about, and Mike Jones and Slim Thug, they always talked about that they don't have to leave the city. They can leave. Yeah. They could stay here and have a successful career in music, just being supported by this place, you know. Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of the people I know that we could do the same thing. We don't have to go that far. We could stay in our little area and make a living doing this shit because so many people support it and so many people are into it, you know. Yeah. And not many cities are like that. I mean, y'all know I've lived everywhere. Yeah. And this is few and far between where people, it's shit like this, you know what I'm saying, where people support their own.
Mm-hmm. So what made you decide to, you know, it takes a lot of courage to say, hey, fuck it, I'm going to, especially when you sound so different from everybody else. Mm-hmm. What made you decide to say, fuck it, I'm going to do this?
Well, honestly, like, I mean, there's always been good music out, but, like, I felt like I wasn't hearing, like, exactly the type of music that I wanted to hear, so I was like, who better to make that than myself?
No shit.
Genius.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's I like when people, the artists say that, like, because he'll say that too. He'll be like, man, you know what? I like to listen to what I like to listen to. And you make good music. And one thing is good to be, like, as a critic on yourself, like I was saying earlier. Like, when you listen to music, you try not to listen to it like it's you and be like, God damn, my shit jamming. Yeah. And what we want to do is big is like I said about anybody in Houston is like, it's nothing to like repost Jet the Third. Mm-hmm. Not to be like, hey man, I'm doing something for you, do something for me. Nah, fuck that. We want to keep posting it, reposting. Like even with Mike Check, we're like, man, anybody. Yeah. We're like, man, I love that shit. Mm-hmm. To be like, man, then a few years later, you see you on a jet somewhere. You're like, man, hey man, I remember when we sat down at the kitchen table and we was interviewing. Yeah.
When you fucked up and gave those dumbasses your address.
I know, right? and then we interviewed and then now look, because that shit to me, I love the grind of anything. You know what I'm saying? Because then people could come up with you. Mm-hmm. So be like, oh shit. Because like when people come out the door rapping about so much stuff that I don't have or I can't relate to, like you say, it's hard to relate to. Mm-hmm. I can't talk about a Lambo if I never drove a motherfucking Lambo. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But people come out the gate rapping and talking about that shit. Then when you see them and they don't have it, You like, whoa.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What you just told me a lie. And I'm in here at your concert. I've been listening to lies.
Why you get out the Uber?
Yeah, why you get out the Uber? Or why you in here like looking crazy at me? Like, but then hearing your shit, then I'm listening to the video. I'm like, God damn, this shit. I like music that just take my mind away from like what's going on, and I love that shit. And
it's music, man.
It's music, and it's like creative thoughts and creative things, and you can feel it, man.
So did you go to like, or did you were in the band, or take a music class, or in a music school, or you just just singing in around the house, and you're just like, no, man, I need to come out with this.
So at first I was like, I wanted to be a producer, right? And so for like a few months I was doing production, but honestly it was taking too long to learn, and I was like, I can get into the music game quicker if I just start like writing songs. Cause I always like when I hear songs on the radio, I'll be like, man, I can do that. I can make a song. I can write a song. So I just started writing songs. Yeah, I never really practiced before. I just started writing songs and making melodies and stuff, and it turned out like Nevermind was the second song I wrote. So.
Damn.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about it is how like you embrace who produced Amy So if y'all don't know, and what y'all need to check out is her debut projects that are really blowing up right now is the Amy tapes 1 and 2, right? 2 just dropped. How long ago?
March the 3rd.
Yeah, so not that long ago.
Yeah.
I have it on Apple Music. I know you can get it probably everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And then, so when the Amy tape 1 dropped, it didn't take long for everybody to hear it. You know what I'm saying? For everybody to be like, what the fuck, you know? And the crazy thing is how good it goes to the visual. You know what I'm saying? How good it pairs to that visual. You kind of get in a trance and you don't know what the fuck is happening. You know what I'm saying? It works really, really well together. Who produced the Amy tape 1, side A? Did you produce that?
No, I didn't. No. I actually have like different producers for each song. But and that just came from like on SoundCloud. Like I just listen to beats. Like I would listen to beats for hours and hours and find like
I do that same shit.
Like really good ones, and then hit up the producer and be like, hey, I'm gonna make a song to this. And so yeah, I had different production for each song on the tape. But I eventually want to get back to producing because I feel like I'd be a real dope producer too.
It's super fun, and it's one of those things that if you have a knack and if you're good at it, you'll know you're good at it right off the dump. You know what I'm saying? Because it's as you get better at the hardware of it, is actually pushing the buttons and clicking the mouse on the things that you need to. You start realizing that you can express the idea that you're trying to express. You know what I'm saying? I tell producers that are just starting all the time, if you're not getting that thing, producing might not be for you. If you're not if you can't find a way to express, or it's being lost between your hands and the computer, it might not be for you. I think you'd be a great producer just because of the whole. It's not even a vibe that you carry all the way about you. It's an ambiance. It's almost like a mist. You know what I'm saying? When you're listening to it, when you put on the Amy tape, there's like a fog or a mist clouds the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where did you record? Because you could tell the difference in as far as engineering and mixing and mastering between side A and side B. Where did you record side A?
Side A, I recorded it right here.
Yeah.
In the living room.
Who engineered it?
There's this one guy named Young Fajita. He engineered Agony, and then the other 3 songs were engineered at Baron.
Yeah, by who?
By Izzy.
Izzy?
Izzy did Release, and Izzy did Stingy. And yeah.
Did Jason do all of side B?
Jason did side B.
Yeah, that's what y'all basically did at the Baron Studios.
Okay. That's my homie. That dude right there, I'm telling you, he doesn't even realize how big he's going. That dude is writing down a legacy that's going to live for a long time around here.
That's the producer at the studio?
He's shaping he's the engineer there.
Okay.
And he's shaping the sound of this city by people like Jet, by people like Dende. You know what I'm saying? Because you watch, like as I was saying, you can hear, okay, side A, this is ridiculous. But then you put on side B and you get the depth and the feel and the whole, all the vocals are sitting right on top of the music where they need to be. And it just brings it to where you think this can't get any better. you know, and then you put it on and it does. You're like, how the fuck did that happen? You know what I'm saying? I think it's really cool you're embracing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And seeing where the whole game of music is going and you're riding it with it. It's fucking awesome.
Where you get the name from, Jet the Third?
Jet is my initials, Joycelyn Yvette Taylor.
Okay.
And then I was going by Jet, and I was spelling it J and number 3 and T. But this guy, y'all heard of Hollywood Undead?
Yeah.
The Jason 3 Tears guy. So when you would type my name in, he would always pop up, of course, because he's super famous. So then I changed it up to Jet the Third right before I released my first project, so that you could find me.
Get that difference. Yeah. We had to do that a bunch of times because we was when we first started.
We were gonna be Jeepers Creepers. We was gonna be
Jeepers Creepers podcast. But man, like you said, when you type in Jeepers Creepers, so much shit come up, and then we was thinking like, well, damn man, if we blow up, they gonna copyright our ass, and we gonna be done. They gonna want all that shit. Yeah. So we kept on just coming up.
Tax and shit. We had shit.
We was made up shit, and it we like, man, I'm glad we didn't spend enough time to like not thinking about that, like you said, and coming up with a different idea. But that's pretty cool. I like that. That name is sick.
Yeah. So who is Amy G?
Okay. So very good question. Amy G is not anybody. Okay. So
I thought that was your real name, or so I was like, oh.
No.
Okay.
No. So the tape is about like my emotions and my feelings and stuff like that. And so the amygdala is the part of the brain that's like responsible for your emotions and all that, that kind of stuff. So that's like short. That's like short
Amy
for
G.
amygdala.
Oh, that's genius.
Amy G tape. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking, because some of those songs are so deep and good.
You thought it was like
and
that
comes and I know that the writing on that's got to be from a real place because you can just feel it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, who is Amy G? What'd she do to Jet the Third?
Yeah.
I was like, man, somebody fucked Jet
up. Like you had a bad time with Amy.
I was like, who is Amy? You bitch. But no, shit. So okay, I like that. That's another one. So one other thing I really wanted to know, I loved the video in the we're spooky motherfuckers. So I love the video in the graveyard. I've had a lot of people pass close to me. I grew up wild, so So what was the inspiration behind that? Was that just a cool idea, or did you have someone in the songs that you were missing? Or?
Well, the lyrics in the first verse, I say you're killing me now. Yeah. So I kind of felt there was kind of like a death concept kind of to the song. Mm-hmm. So I felt like what better place to do it than in a cemetery.
Yeah, man.
That's sick, man. The video was like, and that's what he's like, man, let's check out the video. We like, damn.
Perfect for the song. I was just like, and then who did the video? Because it was really cool.
Fontaine. He's a videographer out here in Houston.
He's sick with it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
he
man.
is sick.
He is.
Because he captured the song in the video.
I mean, they got so really cool. Many. They got Houston has so much fucking talent. Yeah. It's crazy because coming up, basically, you basically coming up from the underground anyway. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people gonna touch. You're gonna touch with a lot of people coming up.
Yep.
And there's gonna be a lot of people, I think, that's gonna like I could feel like when I hear music, like, hey, this shit gonna go further than what. It's gonna take you to another level to where it's like shit, and then people that fuck with you or didn't fuck with you gonna really be disappointed.
Right.
And I love that type of shit.
Yeah.
Cause it's about like, hey, you had your shot. Mm-hmm. But like I tell people anytime, man, it's not about always trying to like, man, how much you charge, how much you do it. We coming up together. Let's help each other out. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now, if you don't have a job or you're not making no kind of money, I understand. Just keep your lights on. Uh-huh. But if you're doing something else and we doing this to help each other out, like that shit is gonna bring you to the next level. Cause you never know who you're helping out. I tell people that all the time. We here to like cross promote and do stuff like that. And we reached out to a bunch of people, but man, we like, man, why reach out to people who are already thinking they established? Are thinking like, I don't have enough time for that. What the fuck y'all doing? And we love coming to places like Avant-Garden. Like everybody we met there and everybody we connected with was the most solid. Like you, Mike Check, silver medalists,
Jose. Shout out to Jose.
It's a bunch of people, and then we sitting back listening to y'all music.
Avi on Earth. Shout out, Avi.
God damn, like I love that vibe of like I'm in Houston, but I'm not in Houston vibe. I'm looking around
creative
like
people, man.
I'm looking around like, damn, why the fuck? Okay, cause we went to a showcase one time downtown, and there's like a bunch of artists down. I'm like, what the? It's so much going on in Houston.
Yeah.
How many?
You're part of that. I love that.
You also, you also. That's another thing that caught me is like you're doing you know, and you had the Lokes on and your beanie. That's probably your thing.
Yeah.
And so you just, you just had everyone kind of swaying into your little world. Mm-hmm. How many shows have you done? Was that do you do a lot of them, or how many times have you done that? Because it seemed like you did it a bunch.
Yeah, I've since last June, I've been doing like a bunch of shows a month. Like I try to get on as many shows, like, cause I mean I'm never too big for anything, because until like everybody has heard of me, like I'm trying to do shows. Yeah,
sure. They got this thing coming up. This guy we've been chopping up with down south, Nate. I'm not sure if you seen him or heard him. He doing this thing at Taylor's.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask him like more information about that. Cause like it's, I don't know if people, cause like you said, a lot of people want to get people they already know instead of people they not familiar with, and I like the unfamiliar.
Yeah.
That's cause we outcasts too. Like shit, they hard podcast. Y'all, what the fuck y'all doing? Like we met some dudes today. Y'all from Houston? They're like, yeah. What the hell we be just sitting around Houston? If we not from here, it was just gonna bring it up together. I love the family tree of things, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're definitely a genuine person and listen to your music. I'm like, shit, this type of shit, like, because we trying to figure out a way. Oh, definitely we finna make a throw-ass video to one of your songs.
Yeah.
So it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't gonna know. It's like we gonna tag you and then you go, let's look at the video like, oh, yeah, these motherfuckers.
Yeah. You might not appreciate,
because we did.
Hearing 40 days and 40 nights with someone getting murdered.
It was funny. I always say this.
Cool.
We did some the Michael Watts video. He posted it, but he had to take it down because it was too violent. It was the Michael Myers shit with a lady getting her head stomped in.
Oh, Lord.
He was like, this is my music, but this not my video. Like an hour too later, he had to take it off. I'm like, shit.
Dang.
But people probably told him like, "Hey man, take that shit down off your page."
Yeah. So speaking of which, the big question?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What's your favorite horror movie, man?
Okay, so I gave this some thought, and my favorite horror movie is a horror movie that I cannot even watch too often because it's that disturbing to me.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. The Witch.
That's yours.
I told you, motherfucker. I told you.
That's Kent's jam.
Right.
Me and him don't like it.
It must be an artist thing, man.
It's an artist thing. It's a creative person thing. He loves it.
Yeah.
We always battle because I can't
watch it.
I can't do it.
One time I tried to watch it again.
You know what?
Do it.
We're going to have to go back and rewatch it, man.
I felt like I shouldn't be watching this.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? I feel
it's
bad for. I'm like, there's no way this shit should be happening right now.
So what part did y'all? Because
Oh my
when they shipped the people to the woods, I was like, you know what? I think I'm done.
Oh my God. Like,
because y'all wasn't paying attention.
It's hard for me to pay
from the
attention to
beginning.
anything.
Like when I saw it in the movie theater, like I was.
You saw it in the theater.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
so
I
yeah,
was
you-
messed
you-
up for days.
okay.
Like I was messed up for days. Like I didn't even want to talk about it. Like I was satisfied because like I want so bad to see scary movies like that make me feel that way. But at the same time, people are like, "Okay, did you like The Witch?" I'm like, I don't want to talk about it.
I've met so many people.
I know, right?
I feel like a dumbass.
I know, so now it's like,
Because I've met so many people that feel like that.
We gotta go back and
But me
rewatch
and
it,
him,
man.
okay, so you're talking to like Beavis and Butthead from the hood. I
we
mean,
like shit.
We're fucking dressed twinning, but we're just so crazy, man. Like it's so hard for us to focus on anything. And so we both are just addicted to these.
Yeah, it's like we
devices.
got a phone factor thing.
So anything that's like you have to like use your brain and think. After 5 minutes, we're like, "Yo, man."
Because like we've been battling
What's
with
up?
people, we've been battling with people about us too, and it's like it's mixed
man.
reviews about that.
And the crazy thing
So-
is see, here's how I know
See,
the witch.
the way you
Here's
said
how I
that.
know the witch is
He
fucked
hates
up.
it.
That shit gets me on a fucking tangent. So since I've started hanging out and doing this podcast with them, of course I'm forced to watch scary movies. I don't fuck with scary movies, right?
Oh, man.
So that's kind of the part I play in this whole situation. Not only do I produce the thing, they drag me through this fucking bullshit.
We take her to the movies and it'd be
all these fucked up.
So much fun.
I've been wanting to get up and leave and shit. So I've watched. I mean, in the past 2 months, I've watched more scary movies than I watched in the last 10 years of my life. You know what I'm saying? I just don't do it, right?
Yeah.
And still, Friday, man. Every time I watch a movie, I think to myself, how did they watch this and not think the witch is fucked up? The witch is fucking. God damn.
Well, to tell the truth, man, we didn't even make it through it.
Yeah. Hey, what's
like,
crazy?
We didn't even
what's
get
crazy? We watched The Witch before people even much mentioned The Witch.
Way before.
We was just like flipping through, like, you know what? Let's watch this
check it
instead
out.
of The Witch, because we go through so many different movies.
Tons of them.
We watch good, bad, whatever.
We watch all of them.
So we watching it and we like, damn, man. I'm like, nah, that's not getting it.
Well, they build this family dynamic, and when it comes to like kids and like where like ideas and things aren't supposed to happen in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because you relate that situation to yourself.
They're going to make us go back.
I made it farther than he did.
It's fucked up where you're like, oh my God.
And then you realize at the end.
That part with the goat.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I was ready to walk out. Like, just the way the goat was like moving. I'm like, nah, this isn't right.
And they show his eye like, ooh,
oh yeah, look
that
at
shit
him.
makes my skin crawl.
Yeah.
God,
so we do this thing too. We like if you ever free on Fridays when a big premiere of a movie come out, we always go to Elwood's.
Oh, we got a big old crowd.
We always go to Elwood's Theater
off
I-10 and Silver. Like I think this week is Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery's
Yeah.
dropping.
Yeah.
So if you free Friday, we'll usually text the time. But man, we love doing that because like we get to get people like, okay, how you feel about it? Cause we took a group of us all went to see us.
Last time they did it with us, I couldn't go.
Yeah. But
shit,
we had to Jack the House built too, and that shit was like, that's another wild
one.
When
I say fucked up, the house that Jack built.
The house that Jack
Wait,
built.
what is the house?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one knows about this shit but them.
Matt Dillon.
And he's a serial killer.
Yeah, man.
He's the serial killer.
And his kills are like
brutal.
His kills are like real life kills. It's not like, okay, they made that up. It's like, oh shit, he choking this bitch on the fucking kitchen floor.
And then she comes back to life because she didn't choke her long enough. And then he's like, now I know how long to choke somebody.
Yeah, he was like trying to, man, it's...
He bashed Uma Thurman's head in with a tire iron.
He was going nuts.
Pretty crazy.
But it was this one scene with the family, and I'm going to just leave it at that.
Oh, man.
It was like a family, a wife, and 2 kids, and I'm going to just...
And he takes them like hunting. And then you like, okay, they hunting, that's pretty cool. It blacks out, come back on, they running. And he's at the fucking rifle.
That's fucked up.
Hunting.
And they don't pull no, they show it.
They show it.
Yeah.
And then he made
her holding them crying.
He made her at the end feed the baby like while he's still it's nuts.
Oh my God.
It is fucking nuts. You heard people in there like cringing. Some people was leaving.
That's the only movie I ever went to that I seen people getting up and leaving.
Yeah. I think in the dark part.
You hear that shit where like 10 people came up and everybody left the theater. I've never seen that shit for real before. It happened then. Everybody was leaving this shit.
Wait, I heard you're a Chucky fan too.
Oh, I'm scared of Chucky.
Oh yeah. You know he coming out. You know he coming out this July.
There's a new one coming out.
Oh yeah.
And Mark Hamill, the dude who is Luke Skywalker, is going to be the voice of him.
Yeah.
Oh snap.
And but it's going to be an artificial intelligence one, so that's going to be kind of different.
Oh wow, that's different.
So it's like I know, right? It's like it's not the plastic doll. It's going to be like a robotic. I'm guessing, but. And what's crazy, we interviewed the dudes, not who make that doll, but they make dolls. It's called Good Guy Prime. But they make like the remake of the.
That's all they do is make Chucky dolls.
Chucky dolls.
That's what I'm saying. It's a crazy ass world we live in.
And they showed us, they went live there in they lab making them. So when we go to Cali, hopefully in October, hopefully we can sit in their lab with them.
Yeah. Can you imagine you just come home and there's all these Chucky?
Yeah, man.
No.
Like every
get out of the house. I'm good.
Like everywhere, there's dolls. Because we asked them that. We're like, man, how y'all feel waking up and seeing? They're like, you know what? We do get nervous. And it was like, man, that's some weird shit. And they're like, yeah, we don't have a problem making a life-size Chucky doll. I'm like,
what?
A life-size Chucky doll? That'll be nice. 3-foot Chucky doll?
Somebody's going to order it, and when they order it, they're going to have to sleep with that motherfucker in the house.
Because they said they could make one that, like, if you want it with your tattoo, like, you want it with your dread, they could they could just make it out to be like you. I'm like, oh, shit.
You could put that thing with you in the car and get on the HOV.
I know, right?
So, the one question I wanted to ask, and what I'm really...
Speaking to the microphone, producer.
Shut up. Everybody shut up.
Everybody shut up.
So what I wanted to ask and what I'm interested in is what's next. Do you have things written? Do you have like an idea for a new EP or a new album coming out? What's on the horizon?
Yeah, what can we look forward to coming for you?
I have like...
Because we're going to put that pressure on you.
Yeah, I have like...
I know it's going to be...
Like hundreds of songs, but what I think I'm going to do is come out with an EP of all the songs that didn't make the cut, like for the last 2 EPs. I'm going to do that. But I mean, in the meantime, I'm always like working on my next like big EP. So... Yeah, and music videos. That's really what I'm working on.
Visuals are so important, and it's I can't stand that shit.
Y'all about to do something together pretty soon, huh?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just asking.
It better be a good idea, but that's what first.
I want to hear it, man. But y'all don't mind making a song for me, man? Just send it to my.
This ain't on my love. This ain't on my love.
Like, do you, who would
It's gonna be called "Why You So Fucking Big."
Like
that shit don't make no sense.
Like who would you like want to feature with in music? Like if you had your choice, like who would be ideal to be on the song with Jet the Third?
Kanye West.
Oh shit! Damn. I thought you was gonna say like J. Cole or somebody.
Nah, I mean if I had my choice, Kanye.
No shit.
I want to work with him.
Ooh, that'll be some
Kanye now or Kanye 10 years ago?
There you go. You gotta think about these things.
Yeah.
Has he lost it, ladies and gentlemen?
Of course, Kanye 10 years ago. Yeah. But I mean, if I have my choice now,
Kanye mind is like a lot of people don't. You know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I never met him personally, so people, I guess in the industry, you know, because he's doing what he's doing. But like you say, for music wise,
I just don't know how you could be. I'm a creative brain. You know, I'm weird. I got a crazy mind. I know everyone in this room does. So I couldn't imagine. It happens to everybody who goes out there and lives for too long. Yeah. It's a matter of Tom Cruise, anybody. Yeah. They all fucking go nuts. It's just too many people. It's too much people saying yes instead of no. It's too like I couldn't imagine.
Your breakdown is broadcasted, man.
I couldn't imagine being out there with everyone telling me everything I do is the best thing. Yeah. My ego alone. You think he's bad? I would be out there in a fur coat with diamonds on it in the 96-degree Houston heat with people with midgets fanning me to stay cool at a perfect body degree temperature.
But you got to think. See, I think that's a bullshit cop out when it comes to Kanye. Because we've seen people that are super creative go through the shit, be in the spotlight, and come out on the other side either the same person, people like Tyler the Creator, people like Earl Sweatshirt. Tyler Creator is one of the best producers on the planet still, you know, and he's never changed. He's always the same person because he had some forethought to take himself out of it. Look, no matter what happens, no matter how big I get, no matter how serious this thing gets, I'm just going to be dumb little me. I'm going to make fun of everything. If I could call the shots are called like this. We having fun, right? Yeah. And then you have people like J. Cole who got big, got to the top, and said, look, I could use this platform to tell people that this ain't what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And that's his sole purpose right now. If you could watch him, he don't own a car. His sole purpose is to let people know, look, we chasing this thing. But you need to be chasing it for the right reason. Because if you're not, when you get to the top, there's nothing but disappointment waiting for you. You know?
What's his line?
And then, so we get to look at somebody like Kanye, right? And we watch somebody frustrated with disappointment. You know what I'm saying? He made it to the top, and he's disappointed. Instead of making peace with it, he just keeps fighting it. And I'm afraid that we're going to say in You know, we talk about the Kanye 10 years ago. I'm afraid that we're going to be talking about in 10 years, we're going to be talking about the Kanye 20 years ago because he's never going to get it back. I mean, he's good, but he's not what he used to be. You know what I'm saying? And he's a genius, but there's a lot of fucking geniuses out there.
So, what's the first thing you're going to do when you're on your first world tour? What's the first thing you're going to do?
What a question.
Right, yeah.
Okay, what's your first big purchase?
My first big purchase.
But once the house is purchased, that's a good one. Once the house is purchased, once the car is purchased, once all the basic things. Once you
I know what we're doing.
House,
face tattoos.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Straight up.
Head tattoos.
Face tattoos.
You can finally just go uncorporate yourself. Huh?
So the people want to know once the house and the car and the mama's house and the mama's car is all fucking paid for, right?
What's the big purchases?
But once you get past all that shit, that's the shit everybody's gonna do. Everybody's gonna take care of them. Yeah. After that, what's the third purchase? Man, that's a hell of an. I've outdone myself with this one.
I haven't even thought about that. You know, I feel like, and I bet a lot of people say that. Like, I feel like, I mean, even now, I'm not really like I don't like to buy like unnecessary shit. You know, so I feel like if I buy my house and my cars and get my family right and all that, I feel like I might just, honestly, just sit on my money. Like, I mean, I may give back to like some charities or something like that, but I think I probably just save my money.
That's cool.
For real.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
But
do you
exactly? Yeah. But the songs tell that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think I know Austin to buy like a pink Jaguar or some shit. And I'm talking about not a car, but a fucking real live Jaguar and dye that bitch pink. But it's like. But I feel you, but it's like
I gotta do me.
Yeah, hey man.
My soul needs a pink.
Hey, where we coming
Jaguar.
from is like everybody take different angles to get to the top. But I'm all for like what you said, like the charity, giving back to family, and giving back to the people who really like helped me out to get there. Yeah. Like me personally, I would love to like go back into like old communities I stayed in and like buy that shit back up. Like I respect any artist in Houston that had the out and the money to do that shit. Yeah, that's the most beautiful thing to roll through your neighborhood. Like, man, I own this shit, and I know all the people individually who in these spots making money. You know, anyway, I could make the neighborhoods look good again. Yeah, because it's looking good. Like you go to Third Ward right now, you like, God damn. And when we stayed on Alameda, I'm like, God damn, man. I went by houses, man. I like used to play it. I'm like, man, that shit wasn't no duplex. I know it wasn't. So when I tell people, man, I grew up over there, go check it out. They like, oh shit, I grew up with money. I'm like, nah, it didn't look like that. But you know,
look nothing like that.
Nothing like that. The number one chicken and rice was, if you ate there, that was your last priority. Now it's all good food over there. It's like, man, you eat that back in the day. It's like, man, you ate that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's live, man. Cause see, you'll be more investing.
Producer shut down.
But that's what's up though.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, man. But that's a live. That's throw, man. I think.
I'll probably donate something to like education, like cause that's big to me. Like I'm a teacher right now. So.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I'm a whole teacher.
Where you teach at?
In Spring ISD, I teach at a middle school.
No shit. Yeah. I bet they love you.
Do your kids know your music?
Some of them do.
Oh,
I bet they all know, then it'd probably be too much, you know.
Yeah,
some of them do know I do music. So.
Oh, but they know your songs.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, they know the words and everything.
I bet you like, mother. Hey, that makes a lot of sense now, man.
What do you teach?
7th grade math.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I might need you to teach me that shit.
That's so interesting. Man, I didn't even get it out of 7th grade math, bro. I never did.
I was in honors classes, man. So I did pretty good.
Brainiac.
I did pretty good. But no, I think what Ryan did was like, they do it in every school. They test your ass. So if you pass in a certain percentile, okay, we don't want y'all acting up. We're going to put y'all from 7th to 8th grade. I took the class with the same people. You know what I'm saying? Because they was like, okay, y'all bad, but y'all smart, so we're going to put y'all over here.
Yeah.
What's that like? Jet to third in class.
I know, right?
Maybe I'd have gone to school.
I know, right? Let's go over there and get suspended.
I mean, I'm kind of like I'm strict, but like once the kids know what I expect, so I can kind of be kind of laid back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's what's
they
up.
they like me. Like compared to all the other teachers, so they don't want to piss me off. So we kind of good there.
That's
we got
cool.
understanding.
Yeah,
you get an F, but you be like, miss 40 days. Like, all right, you get a B.
Because it seems like you probably have like, okay, she cool, but you don't want to see her mad.
Yeah,
and that's good to have that. But that's live, man.
That's
I
swagger.
love the fact an interview brought that out to where we wouldn't have never known.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That to me, that's perfect, man. It's like, damn, you're a teacher too. And you have time to be creative because you can look at kids and get creative. You could be doing some math work and get creative. Or you could be looking at them grading papers and get real creative.
Yeah.
But that's dope, man.
That's dope as shit. I like, that makes me feel good that there's someone like that teaching kids.
Because you're going to see like a student that you kind of know that resembles like, okay, that was me.
Exactly.
Because like I tell somebody, like we have a friend teach history. Shout out to Deb. What's his name? D.E.B.O.R.H. He teach history class. And I was like, I know it's always a section of A's, B students, C students, a lot of D's, and mostly
D.E.G.O.B.R.A.
H.
So stupid.
And I know you got that in your class too.
That's a homie.
But that's so cool because you preparing them too for like tests and all kind of shit. That's live, man. That's dope, man. An artist, man, I'm with it, man. So for me, from us, from G.U.T. Podcast, I'm Zano the Vision.
It's your boy Space Viking.
Low key as me.
Jet the third.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah.